and we're going to open up and stretch. I am very happy to be sharing my flexibility, my openness, my dancer training, breath fused with yoga, meditation, and breath work that I've been studying for so long. And I say studying because it feels not like studying, but more so this ease into the curiosity of what happens with my body, as well as the unfolding of what happens when I want to be full and open and heal myself, move into and through aches or pains or sore muscles or injuries. So, this is called expansive flexibility. This class is designed to make you more flexible, more open. And it's a complement to the dance activations I do, any of the burlesque classes. I know a lot of you ask me how to be more flexible. How do I stretch out this part of my body? So, this class is designed to help awaken that curiosity within you from this perspective of having a body and being able to take care of it. So, I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you. And let's get started. So I recommend having some kind of a cushy mat. I like a yoga mat because it's a little sticky and you can kind of stick to it, but you can use a carpet or I don't know, any kind of mat that suits you. Even if you don't have a mat, you could put a blanket or so on the floor. It can get a little bunched up, but you'll just kind of like continually smooth it out. Today I have a block with me. I like using one block. Sometimes you can use two. Blocks are really helpful if you're not super flexible or if you are super flexible. Because you can use it to go a little farther and you can also use it to support yourself in different ways, especially if you have like an injury or something. And they can also be used to like prop up and kind of like wedge into sore muscles while you stretch, which is a different way of inviting flexibility. It's kind of like a massage flexibility. Like when you Okay, so there are multiple ways that we can stretch into our body. Take your arm out, okay? I want you to see your forearm right here, okay? It's a very easy place to see. Now, we can stretch the muscles in our forearm by lengthening them, which is a lot of what we do while we're stretching. We lengthen them. So when I pull my hand down, I'm essentially pulling on these little micro attachments because everything's connected and I start to stretch my forearm. I have a bend in it here, but so if I straighten it all the way, I stretch it to its full capacity. And then I get the length. And so that is a way to stretch and expand the muscle fibers so they lengthen. Another way is through compression. Okay, so this is kind of what happens when you get a massage or if you do myofascial release on yourself with a foam roller or like a ball or a roller, my tools, uh, then these, like you can literally lay on it and press it into that spot. And that compression helps to stretch the muscles inwards, if that makes sense. Okay. There's another way called shearing, right? Or like stroking the muscle. And so this literally helps to move blood, water, nutrients, liquids, all of our body's essentials through the muscles. And so by stroking the muscle, you're kind of like stretching it like you would this, as well as doing compression. And so here, I don't know if you can see it, but my connection right here in my elbow up to my forearm is pretty sore. And so just by stroking it, I can feel that connection. I can feel kind of my nerve endings being like, woo, that's something that's tight, versus in the center where I don't feel very much, right? Or on the side where it's not super sore. So this is part of the curiosity. Okay, so just work with your forearm or your hand, and I want you to see where you can kind of grab it and pinch it, or you can poke it, or you can stretch it. And I want you to notice, like on your forearm, where you feel that pull and that muscle. Okay, so this is just an exploration. Very important one because your forearms, they do a lot for us as we lift things, as we articulate our wrists. In my world, as I veil spin and fire spin and use hula hoops, um, your forearms do a lot. So just notice where it's sore, okay, where it is, okay. So we all have different pain tolerances as well. I tend to like the feelings of muscles lengthening, but not everyone does, okay. So if you press into it, you can kind of see where it's sore. And I want you to see if you can stretch into these spaces by using different angles of the wrist or the elbow. You can absolutely listen to your body and see what feels good, right? If this stretches enough, and then if, right, you don't have to go as far as I do. Some people can go much farther than I can, right? But I want you to play like with those fingers, that final connection, okay? Because your fingers are the tip of the connection. So here, stretching through the top of my wrist, I actually get into this sore bit in the top of my forearm just a little bit, right? I can bend it and get into it a little more. So this is the curiosity. This allows us to notice where we're sore, to pay attention, to be mindful, which is the root of where this class comes from, especially in this breath month. How are we mindful and aware of what we feel in our corporeal body? How can we be aware of what is feeling things, what is feeling tight, what is feeling overused or taxed or stressed? And how can we pay more attention to that spot and bring in more life, more breath, more movement? So the movement, you can do this on your other forearm because it probably feels really good. The movement that happens with this palpation, right, which is us actually moving into the body, as well as the movement that happens when we stretch the body, as well as the movement that happens when we breathe or move, brings fresh blood to these spaces. And so if you have something that's really locked up, like right on this other side, my forearm right here is also pretty tight. What happens when we find these tight spaces and when we pay attention to them is we bring attention to these places that have been locked up and blocked up. This happens with physical overuse, right? Like pole dancing, weightlifting, doing yoga, running, anything physical. Dancing, of course. Um, but it also happens sometimes when we hold stress patterns. Okay. So like if I have a lot of anxiety and tension and stress, which sometimes we don't even acknowledge to ourselves. We're like, I'm fine, I'm not stressed, you know, but we're holding, like I might actually be contracting my wrists in this stress pattern that contracts this muscle that then comes up into my shoulders and then starts to bugger out my neck. Yeah. And so this could be a very low latent stress pattern that you don't even realize you have. So when we pay attention to these things, we can use our attention to breathe space and movement into them simply by releasing and relaxing those. So this class is designed to help you find how your attention can flow towards healing and movement. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. So, no matter where you are in your stretching journey, I'll provide a bunch of different options as to where you can go. And I want you to listen to your body. If you want to prop yourself up or do something different, try to stick with me as much as you can and allow yourself to explore. That's the beauty of these online classes, is that you can really do your own thing without feeling like the weirdo in the room, which is me most of the time. I'm like, ooh, but I want to put my leg up here because that feels great. You can go ahead and do that, but also try to stick with me here so that way we remain in the same flow. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed finding a little more space into your forearms, and we'll get started. So we're actually going to start standing. We're going to go through a little bit of a dancer's warm up. Okay, and we're going to do it slow, and then we're going to do it a little bit quicker. This is going to allow for us to be more mindful while we do it, okay? Adjust. I have a little lower aspect today. Okay, we're gonna start with your feet open. I want you to turn your toes out just a little, okay? Turn your toes out and take notice of how your body feels right now, today, this moment that you're taking this, okay? And a very, very important part of being able to stretch and invite that flexibility is that we don't judge ourselves, that we absolutely do not judge, okay? Because if you start to judge what you're doing, you're not going to be able to stay in this fluid, open space. So take a deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. Become a little more aware of where you are. And start to breathe into the body, expanding the belly and the lower ribs and keeping the shoulders very still. And again, inhale. Exhale. Good. Take head down to the right and then to the left. So I'm bending from the side of my body. This is invoking a small flexibility up through the side of the neck and the ear. Over. Keep it going. Imagine you have a heavy bucket of water on that bottom arm, and you really stretch through the side of that neck and let the whole side body from the hip up to that neck. Find space. Find space. Good. Bend your knees, rock the hips side to side. Okay, we want to get a little bit warm before we truly get into our flexibility, before we truly can lengthen. This brings blood to the space. So arms up, down, up, down. And I want you to pull, find this tension. Good, go, pulse it down, 2, 3, tone the belly, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, twist, 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 open the arms, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, lift. Exhale, inhale, lift. Exhale. Good, we go side, side. Lift the shoulders. Up, 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 up. Pulse it. Rock the shoulders. 3, 4, reverse. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the hands there. Twist. Use the belly. Use the feet. Move the feet. Open it. 6, 7, 8. Take it up. Inhale. Exhale. Bend it down. Inhale. Exhale. Bend it down. We always want to get a little bit warm before we move because it brings that blood flowing, heats up the body, and lets the muscles lubricate themselves a little bit more. It's good, okay? So take a couple little jogs in place, warm up the ankles, little tinies. If you want to do bigger high knees, go for that. Or you can keep it low. Try to keep it fast. You can go up and down. You want to lift the arms out. Take it down. Good, come back to center. We go out, 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 warming up those hips, those arms, those shoulders, those ankles. This is part of expansion, getting those cells, getting your being vibrating at a little bit higher of a rate. Good. Now we go lunge, back, step, front, back. You can pick up that leg if you want. Getting ourselves moving any way you want. Switch directions to other foot front. Front, back. Step it front, step it back, step it front, step it back. Good. Come back to center. Open those feet up. Put your hands on your belly. This whole month, we've been working on this circumferential breath. Inhale, big. Exhale, into the belly. Squeeze it all out. Again, inhale. I'm gonna turn my mic down a little bit because I'm peeking. Exhale out. Good. Exhale. Take a deep swoosh out. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Now, same thing. Inhale with the arms up. When we breathe, we invite flexibility into our body. Exhale. Keep that going while I speak. Keep those arms going. You can add a bend into your knees. When we breathe, we literally stretch and flex all the muscles in between our rib cage, all the muscles in our back chain, our abdominal wall, our pelvic floor, our hips, and we release our neck and shoulders. Okay, so when you breathe, you're actually micro stretching your torso for live flexibility. Now I want you to notice if there's any pulls anywhere while you do this. If breathing somewhere you feel a tight little spot or any pain. For me, I feel a tight muscle on my right shoulder blade from overuse, from veils and hoops. I want you to just notice, this is the attention. This is where you need to pay attention. Let's take a deep forward fold in. You can keep your legs apart if you want. Now here, tilt that tailbone back. I want you to expand. Don't go anywhere yet. Tilt that tailbone back. If you want, scoop your knees up, tilt that tailbone back. Pull your abdominal wall in, especially your upper abs. Tilt your tailbone back. And I want you to tilt your tailbone back so far as if you're pushing your booty all the way back towards the back wall. See how flat your back can be. If you start to round and you start to round that tailbone, go back. The goal here is not to go far, but is to feel that tug at the tip of the hamstring and the glute connection. Okay, so I work this a lot and I play with this a lot so I can put my hands on the floor with my back flat. But today, this whole week, my hamstrings have been extra sore, so I'm not nearly as flexible as I usually am. It's not constant. You have to do this constantly in order to maintain a full range, a flickering flame of flexibility. Now, one of my next favorite things to do is to breathe here, okay? 10, hold it there, 10 breaths in one space really allows you to open. We're not gonna do that so much today, okay? This is a modification. If you're not super flexible, you can have this close by and you can put your elbows on it and you can work that tailbone. Do you see how I'm working the bottom part of my spine? Flexibility. Okay? You can additionally put it out and you can work that flexibility by pressing the hands into this. Or if you're a little more flexible, you can drop your shoulders down and get hamstrings and shoulders at the same time. Whatever you want. Pull those kneecaps up, tone the belly, no tension in the neck. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale, wherever you are, bend your knees, juice it up. Inhale, exhale, bend. Right, and you can switch between props down. Props are your friend. They are so helpful, down. Now press your hip bones back. Scoop that tailbone up to the sky, down. Now we shift our weight, side, side. I'm gonna switch facings. You keep going here, okay? So wherever your hands are, if they're down, or if they're on a chair or stool, or if they're on your knees, and you're flaring that tailbone back, explore the multitude of hamstring muscles back there, right? Because we have more than just one. They wrap all the way around, and different hamstring muscles can be tighter than others. Okay, so I want you to notice which hamstring connection is a little tighter. You can bend one knee or bend the other, straighten, and notice. Notice. Okay, bend your knees, roll it up, inhale. Exhale. Put your weight on one foot and then shake the other leg out. Literally shake it out. Take that fist and smack it into the back of that hamstring. This is palpating and it helps to open up that muscle. Get a little more blood flowing and keep it from getting stagnant. Switch sides. Shake it out. Shake that femur out, up and down, and side to side. Good. And get into that hamstring, using that fist to knock it around. Perfect. Okay, let's roll the shoulders. Roll the shoulders. This helps find a little more flexibility through mobility. Reverse. Okay, expansive flexibility isn't just how far you can bend in one direction. It's how varied and how expansive your flexibility is all over your body. Tilt the head to the right, hold it down just a second. Tilt the head to the left, hold it down. Good. Over. Don't worry, we're coming back to those hamstrings. I want you to press into the floor and lift up tall through the abdominal wall, up and out. Find this breath. Find this expansiveness. Good. Roll the head halfway down and over to the side. Stop. Reverse down. Take a deep inhale in the belly and see if you can relax the neck a little more. It is crucial that we fully relax into a stretch. If you're holding and tensing the part that you're trying to stretch, it's not going to relax. That is a different method of stretching. Well, it's not a different method of stretching. You have to relax into it. You can tone it and give a little bit of pressure against in order to juice that muscle up so it can relax farther. Okay, we'll do a little bit of that today too. Try that on this other side. So take your hand to your head, and I want you to press your head into your hand and then go a little farther down. Good, other side. Down and around. Take that hand to the head. Press the hand into the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then relax a little farther. It helps to open it up a little more. Take the head straight down. Take the hands to the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Expand tall. Exhale, down. Okay, inhale, lift. Shake the head out. Now you're going to lift the chin up and tilt the head back. Inhale. Don't collapse into the back of the neck, but rather lift that chin up so you stretch the front of the neck. Inhale. Look over to the left. Inhale. Look over to the right. And repeat. Over. Expanding. Over. Good. One more time. Over. Over. Good. Shake it out. I want you to shake it out here. We're going to take a moment and you're going to get curious. Okay? I want you to bend the knees and I want you to stretch into the hips here and the torso. And I encourage you to take slow breaths and deep movements. Your breath expands yourself into a bigger space, a more aware. So take a moment and in true Gaea form, do an interpretive stretch dance, right? Using your arms, dropping your shoulders. You can follow me if you want, but I want you to make this super slow motion where you constantly move. And even if you stay in one spot, you're still breathing, which means you're still micro moving. Tone that belly, move and get curious. What little parts of your body are calling, are asking for you to get a little deeper, to pay a little more attention to where they tug. For these attentions that we pay to these spaces, to these areas, those attentions allow for us to truly work into them before they become injury or disorder or dis-ease. Okay? So, for example, a tight neck. A tight neck can be indicative of a stress pattern, but if you just ignore it, the body can actually turn its nerves off, and you can't really feel it anymore unless you really search for it. And then that can turn into a cricked neck or a frozen neck. Maybe you sleep on it wrong or you turn the wrong way. And then that neck turns into an injury, and you have to go get muscle relaxers or go to the acupuncturist or get massage. You should be getting massage and acupuncture, by the way, just as general body health. But that neck too, if you don't do it, if you just take muscle relaxers and don't stretch into it, don't strengthen, don't pay attention, don't breathe into it, it will keep recurring. And then if you just keep numbing out into it, your neck actually might freeze in a different way. And then your body patterns start to sculpt muscle and bone and calcify around that injury, changing the shape of your body. So then your body doesn't work in its optimal way anymore, causing more injuries, causing disturbances in the order of the system. If my right shoulder is always higher, then my hips usually compensate, or all of these muscles have to work harder. And then that creates disorder, more discomfort, and then eventually can move into arthritis or osteoporosis. Just because there's not anything getting in there. The bones and the muscles aren't able to work. It's the whole thing. So the more that you pay attention to your body now, the better. I promise. How's your dance flow going? Thanks for listening to me speak. This is one of my favorite ways to stretch. To literally just move and get curious with no place to be, nothing to really stretch, but whatever calls me in this moment. Okay, I couple this, like this free-form stretching, with some dedicated stretches in some of the targeted areas that help to open things up, that allow for both this creative range, this expansion into the body, as well as a little more of a disciplined stretching practice. Good. Okay, I want you to take, wherever you are, come back to center. Come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right arm goes out and up. We stretch through the side. Close the rib cage. Reach it out. Drop it down. Inhale. Exhale, roll it front, down, out, up. Other side. Reach it out. Hold it. Drop those shoulders. Hold it, down, out, up. Breathe. Let's do it again. Legs wide. Reach up. Tone that belly. Lift straight up. Press the legs down into the floor. Squeeze the legs together, but relax this whole side. Drop the shoulder. Take it down, out, over, up. Switch. Lift. Scooping that arm long. Notice where the head is. Relax that neck. Hold it out. Expand into that side. Breathe into the ribs. Down and up. Circle the hips. Flexibility within the hip joint. Juice it up and notice where it's tugging. Is it in the back? Is it in the front? Is it in the sides? Good. Reverse. Listen into this body. Take a deep breath. into the pelvic floor. Let's go into those hamstrings again. This time, turn your toes in. Inhale, press the tailbone back. Reach the top of the head forward. Find that flat back, take the arms out, hold it, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, and then flat back again from the side, holding, hold, 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 hold. Bend the knees, round the back, press it, lift. So we have the hamstrings working for us, and we have the hamstrings extending. Good, one more, bend. We use the core, we use the back of the arms. Good, place the hands down or on your stool, or maybe even on a block. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now I want you to challenge yourself to breathe into your butt. Breathe into your pelvis and see if you can widen and open that pelvic floor. Push that beautiful morning star between your legs all the way back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, put more weight into the heels and a little more weight into the toes when you exhale. Inhale, go back. You could put weight into the arms, take it back. Inhale. Exhale. Can you relax a little bit more? Good. Stay here. Stay down. Hands over the left. Walk it over. See if you can touch your nose to your left knee. You can hold onto that leg. You can pull yourself towards that leg. But I want you at this point to flare that tailbone back. How far can you flare that back and get to stretch up the outer hamstring? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, other side. Nose to the knee. Flare that tailbone back, even come up. Absolutely come up. Tone the belly. Exhale down. Good. Shrug the shoulders to the ears. Roll them down. Roll it up. Expand. Breathe into those hips. Shake it out. Shimmy it out. Shake it out. Bobble those kneecaps. Good. We take the right foot forward, left foot back. Just a little here. Toes both face forward. Press into that back heel. Take a deep breath in. I want you to bend the back knee, compress the front of that ankle, and see if you can get into a different place. Explore. If you're not feeling anything, maybe try bending or straightening or turning those hips to find where you can find that stretch. Press that heel down to the ground. This should be from the knee down to the heel. This is your calf muscle, your soleus, your Achilles tendon. Okay, all the way through the bottom of your foot. Okay, up on the toe here, stretch through those feet. Maybe bend it down over the toes, stretching into those toes. Woo, it can be good. Press it back down. Okay, we go lift, exhale, forward. Take it back. Okay, this is a nice deep runner's lunge stretch. Your knee is over your toe. Here, I want you to expand into that front hip. Take a deep breath in. Expand, down, bend that knee. Good, take a deep breath in. Expand, down. Now, hold the belly up and in. Here's where we're going to use a little bit of our strength to release more, okay? So first, press into that front knee. Lift up and feel that stretch from the knee all the way up. You could take that arm up. If you want to go through the side, you can lean over, press the right hand down, lift that left arm back and over. Feel that stretch. Come back to the center. Good. Now we press our hands to the floor or up, lift up, squeeze. Squeeze those legs together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Turn the toe under. Press the hip forward. Good. See if you can find a little more space there. Now rock your hips side to side. And then see if you can do some juicy hip circles here with that knee down. You could take your hands up if you want a little more of a challenge, and then reverse them. 1. This should be a little strengthening and a little bit opening. 2. Really feel into it. What feels good? 3, 4. Good. We go back, flex that toe, forward. Juice up that hamstring, juice up the front of the hip, forward. And then back, and then forward. Good. Now, drop farther in, lift that back toe, get into the hamstring. I'm sorry, the quadricep, the front of the leg here. Okay? See if you can grab that toe, right? It can be all the way back here, or it can come all the way in. Okay? You can press the hips down for more. Breathe into that space. Expand. Inhale, expand. Maybe pull the leg farther back. Press the hips down. Inhale, expand. Exhale, pull it in. Maybe those hips automatically come up. Take again. Inhale. Expand into the pelvic floor. Breathe into your hips. Back, forward. Good. Let it go. Down. Take both hands to the inside. I want you to just turn your hips away a little bit from the front. You stay there. Okay. I'm going to open up my knee. Open up my knee. Okay. Opening up that space. Now let that knee open. Okay. You can take the bottom leg down, and I can push away, opening into that hip. This one's pretty good, pretty intense. You can either turn off that front foot, or you can go onto the outer ankle. Your choice. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. If you have a splits practice, go ahead and come down into those splits. Or if you don't, we're gonna go into a little half splits. Okay? So if you're in your splits, I want you to try to square off your legs. Okay? If you're not, we're gonna come back onto that back knee, and you're gonna come into half splits, okay? So my hips are trying to square off, my toes turning in, rotate that femur, squeeze the legs together, coming down. I want you to find that flat back if you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll it down. Expand with the back of the chest, inhale. Expand, down. Inhale, expand, down, work that foot. Now move the hips around, move the leg around, explore. Where does it feel tight? Maybe you want to open the leg out, or maybe you want to cross the arms over. Notice where you feel that pull. This is important. This is your body telling you where its tightest points are, the points that are most liable to get injured or to get stuck. Good. Let's take it forward. Bend that knee. Okay, good. Turn the toes under. Lift it up, and then we scoop forward. Okay, so we're going to open up into this side stretch. Okay, if this is a little too much, you can come up, okay? Come down, whatever range you have. You can sit that foot up on the ground. You can work on your strength here. Expand into this space, opening the front of those hips. Good. Hello, kitten. The tsunami. Good. Now flex and point that foot. Take the arm up and over if you want. Stretch out through that side. Good. Now let's find a little bit of fun mobility. Inhale and see if you can expand up and over that leg, and then back into this full twist. Okay? We're literally going to twist with our feet in the same position, but twisting all through our hips. Okay? So if your booty's not on the ground like mine, right, we're still going to walk the hands around, and I want you to find how far you can twist. Move those feet on the floor, and then see how far you can twist. Okay, so this is balance. This is exploration. This is expansion of your mind-body state. Good. Let's take both feet down. Give yourself a nice hamstring stretch with that front leg. Back half down, back half stretch. Good. Roll it up. Inhale. Exhale. Give me a couple hip rolls. Juicy hip rolls to switch. How do you feel? Take a moment. Inhale. Reset. Exhale, bend the knees down. 4 of these. Belly breaths. Inhale, expand. Exhale.
The next morning,
you're doing
Tom
great.
could not forget the
Exhale.
magnificent garden he had seen.
Inhale.
All day,
Exhale.
he thought, why do I
Roll
work
it up.
hard and get so little? I make beautiful
Okay,
things
we're going to
for
turn
others.
our feet the other direction. So maybe start with your feet together. Then I press my left foot forward. We start off with our calf. This is one of my favorite warm-ups. This is what I do before shows. Usually in this order, bend that back foot. Notice if it's any different than the other side. Probably will be. Good. Find that creativity. Inhale deep into the belly, expand. Expand tall, expand long. Press into that back foot, stretch. Good. Your ability to expand and stay in your body helps you establish connection with the world around you, outside the body as within. Bend that back knee more. It helps us stop from numbing out, but rather face whatever we're facing head on, knowing that we can move through it and breathe into it. Good. Take it up, stretch through those toes. Good. Take it back down. Inhale. You can use the arms here if you want some more. Good. Press the back foot down. We have Queen 11 over here hanging out. Head down. Good. Take it up. Take your arms down a little farther. Long stretch. Okay. These blocks are useful. If you have blocks, you can use them to prop yourself up, kind of like an arm extender. They're very handy. I use them when I have injuries. I'll show you how to use them to extend the mere flexibility bits later if you want. Okay, take it down, okay? We juice this up. Take it all the way down. Juice it up, come back, squeeze the belly, squeeze the booty. Lift it up, squeeze those inner thighs together, and then relax down into that hip flexor. Keep the knee over the ankle. You can release that down, come up if you desire, sit into that hip flexor ever so gently, but zip up from your pubic bone all the way up. Keep breathing into this hip. Take the arm up if you desire, inhale. You can lengthen that extension point, tip of finger to bottom of knee to bottom of toe. Find the line. You can stretch it out to the side, placing left arm down, right arm up and over. Inhale, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Tone the belly, close the rib cage, coming forward. Good. How does it feel? Deep breath in, juice it up. Hold it, squeeze it up. Squeeze it up all the way. Really juice it. Find that space. Inhale into the pelvis. Flare the pelvis back. Good. Coming back down. Reach the right leg back. The left hand reaches back to catch it. Try to flatten that back out and use your arm. Here we go. Inhale. Leg comes away. Hips go down. Squeeze that left knee in. Exhale. Leg comes in, hips might come up a little bit. Inhale, again, back. Exhale, forward, constantly finding space, expanding. One more time, expand out. Expand, reach your chest forward. Inhale, expand, big, big, big. Exhale, down. Good, both hands on the inside, stretching out through the outer hip, okay? Find some hip circles here. Good, keep these hip circles going. and then reverse. Finding space, finding all those little wiggly bits. If you find something that's sticky, you can stay there or move through it slower. And with a deep breath, you do not want to hold your breath. Grunting, those mean that you're not breathing. I want you to imagine your breath as your biggest ally. And if you can't breathe in a certain position, you can't expand into it. And you're forcing it, and your muscles will not actually retain that shape. Okay, so let's give a little plug back, move the hips before we go into this delicious lizard on a rock. Turn the toes under. This is one I did facing you before. My knees open. You can press that right hand away and use your arm to press your left knee away from you, stretching into the outer hip here. Take a deep breath in. If you desire, you can come into elbow stance. Whatever feels good to you. Hold it. Take the palms of the hands down. Inhale. Deep exhale. Good. If you have a splits practice, go right into it here. Square those hips back off. Find that long line. If you don't, we're going to rock back onto that back knee. Okay? Back onto the back knee. Even if you do have a splits practice, half splits, I'm able to find more variance in my hamstrings, and I can actually feel it through the bottom of my foot and my calf in this in a way that I don't always get in the splits anymore. So this is a great way to get into this. I want you to move that foot back and forth. Good. I want you to flare that tailbone back and find a flat back, and then try to move that foot back and forth, but keep your hips still. Now move your hips and see how that feels. And now keep your hips still and just move that foot. Move that femur in the socket. Good. Take it down. Inhale. Balloon it up. Exhale. Flatten the back. Flare it back to the back wall. Deep breath in. Exhale. Back. Good. Deep breath in. Expand. Exhale. Hold it. Get long. Maybe work that foot. Good. Tuck the back toes under and come up. If you're in your splits, try to pull yourself up. Good. One more little hamstring moment. And then we flip over into our one leg bent open. You can pull that knee open, or you can flex and point this foot. You're up here. Okay. Hold it here. Stretch into the inner leg line. Good. Press that left arm down. Lift up with the right hand if you can. Inhale, lift. Tuck the pelvis under. Extend, drop the shoulder. Pull in the ribs. Inhale, expand. Now, here we go. Our circles. We're going to take both hands down. You're going to flip back into your lunge and then come all the way around, stretching the outer hip. Maybe that foot needs to move a little bit. And then we come all the way up, pressing into the hands evenly, all the way back over. Okay, and then we can move over, turning that knee in. Okay, find whatever feels good for your body. See where you can move, how you can expand. And then notice, are you breathing? Inhaling. Pressing those legs into the floor, squeezing the booty, squeezing the seat, reaching out and over, right? Maybe pressing hips up or twisting hips down and under. The choice is yours. Last one. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Coming into, let's do both legs in. Okay, a butterfly. Okay, so with your blocks are really nice in that I can use them to kind of like squish against things, or I can press into them in order to drop my shoulders, or I can use them to, right, if your knees aren't very flexible and this feels crazy, you can use it to prop your knee up underneath, Or you can use it to lift your heels up farther towards you to get a different stretch here, okay? So in all of those poses we just did with those lunges, you can kind of do the same thing. You can hold on, you stay in butterfly. Stretch that out, right? I can put my foot up on a block to get deeper into my knee if I want. Or I can put my block under my hip to give myself a little bit of stability in case my muscles are tweaking out and they're stretching far too much, okay? You can also use it to like jam into that quadricep and give it a little bit of release if you're having quad tightnesses, right? Or here, I can use this and I can put my foot up on a block. It's also a balancing game, right? I can put my foot up on a block in order to get deeper into any of these, okay? So right now, you are somewhere with your block finding some creativity. Wherever you are, I'm gonna put my feet up on this. Okay, I want you to grab onto toes or ankles, preferably ankles, and I want your back, okay, to round. We're gonna expand and contract. Inhale, expand backwards. Hold it here. Rock side to side. This stretches the back muscles. You can roll through the neck, expanding. Good, take a deep breath in, lift. And then exhale, fold forward. Here, I want you to lift into that tailbone, okay? If you have a block there, but you can't actually get rid of the curve in your lumbar spine, you gotta get rid of it, okay? If you can't let go of that curve, that means that maybe your block needs to be here and you need to lift up this portion of your body to help open up that curve, and then you can fold forward. Use your block to help you out. There's no judgments. Expand into that stretch wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you feel this in your ankles or your outer shins. Maybe you feel it on your inner thighs or your hips. Wherever you are, shake your head out. And then press yourself back up. We're gonna do a couple more. Inhale, open the chest. Keep the belly toned. Inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round the chest. It's like our belly dance isolations. Inhale, lift. Torso moving. Back. Exhale. Good. Now lift it up. If you want, keep the block there or switch it somewhere else, okay? If you want, you can squeeze the block together, squeeze your arms into the block and give a forward fold so your upper arms are toning while your hips are opening. Okay, hold it here. And then see if you can lift into a flat back. Inhale, expand through that chest, through that space. And then exhale, round. Inhale, expand. Flat back. Exhale, come down. Let go of your block if you're holding it. Wherever you are, see if you can sway your torso left and hold. Maybe the arms come out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, flat back, reset. Exhale down. Over to the left. Over to the right this time, rather. Use that belly. Hello, 11. Inhale, come back to center. This time on the exhale, flatten. Good, come all the way up, lift it up. Coming back onto the elbows, press the fists down, elbows, lift it up, knees windshield wiper in. Scoop through the booties, massage out that lower back, massage out those inner hips, outer hips. Good. So we're physically massaging on the floor, and then we're also lengthening the inner thighs, the inner knees. Okay, pull your toes out wide, okay? And we're gonna dip the knees in, stretching in through those outer hips, okay? You notice one of your hips might be tighter than another. You can tilt your head back, give yourself a little neck massage, kind of almost like sitting in the cradle of your arms. Press the elbows into the floor. Relax your neck. You can switch your neck side to side. Maybe move as you breathe. Inhale, tilt the tailbone farther towards the floor, and then exhale, scoop the tailbone up to the side, moving the pelvis. Stretching into the pelvis, stretching out. Good, take it back out and up. We are almost at an hour. I can stretch forever sometimes. So can she. Okay, we're gonna take your legs out wide. Take them out nice and wide. Good. Now try to lift the heels off the floor. Flex the feet. Point the feet. Good. Inhale, expand, belly. You're gonna move over to the side and then over to the other side. We're gonna wind the chest. If you do belly dance with me, think about doing a figure 8 with the chest here. 1, 2. Expanding into this movement, into this expansive flexibility. If this just feels crazy, keep it straight up or take it down as far as you want, or do ups to downs. Okay? I hope you can hear my cat in this recording. Good, side to side, lifting it up. Good, flex and point those toes. Okay, take a deep breath in. Squeeze your pelvic floor in and up and squeeze your hips in so we have this strong, stable place. We can expand into our flexibility here. You can press your hands into the floor and maybe pull the hips up. Okay, press down, pull up. Maybe you can hold it up without, woo! Good, so that should strengthen. Good, let's take one leg up, okay? You can put that other leg out or up. Try to cradle this leg and just move it side to side. Roll that foot. This music's getting intense. We're almost done. Good, now I want you to point and flex the foot. You can hamstring, just kind of move and mash that leg around. See where it wants to go, where your flexibility wants you to go today. Okay, letting that leg turn in and turn out. Bend all the way in, and then bend all the way the other way. Okay, good. Kick it up, switch sides. Just notice the difference. Fresh leg. How can you work? This is all working the hip joint and the legs. That's kind of what we've been focusing on today, if you've noticed, is the space like mid-spine and knees, really. Stretching through the different aspects, right? So this can get into this outer quadricep, your IT band, your piriformis, that outside rotator of the hip. Good. Get creative. Start to flex and point. Turn it in, turn it out. Maybe hook that arm underneath the leg. Right, and just see where this leg can go. Stretching through, flex and point. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Take it down. Shake these knees out. Oh, yeah, this is an intense song. Okay. I'm going to switch it into something a little less crazy for our, well, I guess we're at an hour, darlings. Nice work. Okay, let's just do one more juicy twist, and then we're going to call it a day. Okay, so twists are nice because they ring out the spine and they kind of like twist your perception of right and left on its head. So take your knees up. Okay, you're gonna twist them over to the left, and then we're going to move one leg out, and you're gonna take your opposite arm away. So you're gonna twist and try to keep the shoulder or the hips up and down. You can kind of toggle them, right? Knee to floor or shoulder up, or shoulder to floor, knee up. And I want you to feel that twist. Keep the belly slightly toned. You can flex, straighten a leg, or keep it bent, your choice. You can look over that extended arm, and you can use your head weight to help you twist the upper body. Okay, I'm using my hand here just to explore. Maybe you bend, straighten that leg, or maybe you tuck and open the pelvis, turning it front, bring that tailbone forward and back, and just feel into this twist. Good, legs come up. Take a deep breath in, reset, dead bug, hold it here. Let the blood expand down. Drip. Let your arms and legs expand. Breathe into them. Feel that belly. Feel this curiosity of what this other side is going to feel like. Here we go. Bend the knees. Other side. Arm is out. Maybe there's a cat right in your way. Okay, the head can look over that shoulder. You can play with the shoulder touching the floor or the knee. Okay, so this kind of rocks and rolls that twist of the body. I want you to feel the twist in this long chain from the tip of the toe out to the tip of the finger. And just get curious. Rock it and roll it side to side. Straighten or bend that leg. Maybe try toning different parts of the body, and then expand with the breath into the belly. Expand into the twist. Use right now your the arm closest to your legs to kind of pull the leg or toggle it or push it or feel it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more breath. Take both legs up. Come back to dead bug. Take an expansion up. Exhale down. Shake out these legs. Shake out these arms. Take a moment and check in. Lay here. Check in with your body. What feels a little quivery? What feels like it needs a little more attention over the next few days if it's really sore, really stuck? And just take a mental inventory right now. Be like, okay, my left ankle is a little tight, and my left quad, and my right hip, and my right shoulder. And just think about that. Think about all these places that you just got to witness over the past hour, and where you can move into more with your stretches, with your creativity, by doing this class again, by doing your own practice, taking a yoga class. Truly whatever you desire. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. To finish this off, I want you to melt into the floor for 10 counts. Okay, I want you to melt wherever you are and imagine everything relaxing. We go 1, 2, melt more, 5, 7, 9. Take a deep breath in, relax down a little farther. Maybe move that head side to side, feeling the space the expansion you just created on a microcellular level in your body. You literally just allowed so much breath, so much expansion. No matter where your stretches are, no matter where your body is today, no matter what flexibility means to you, this is as important as a mental exercise as it is a physical one. When we can expand and move through those hard points, those sticky points, we literally rebuild our bodies in different ways, more flexible, more able to bend and not break, more able to move freely in our full expression and not be limited by our stuck points, by our tightnesses, by our micro traumas in our bodies. Okay, this is very important for human living. So thank you. Thanks for joining. I like doing these. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this. There are so many important reasons why I continue to teach online, and sharing the information that I have with you is one of them. I'm always being asked for stretch classes and sensuality and burlesque and all of this. And so teaching online is really my way to be able to share this with you. And so if you like this, if you enjoy this, thanks for being here on my Patreon, and consider upping a tier, maybe. Or if you're not on my Patreon and you're seeing this some other way, join it. If you find value in what I offer, even a little bit helps me to spread this message more and offer this to more people. So thank you for joining this expansive flexibility class. Keep breathing, keep moving your body, and keep being curious. Your curiosity, it won't kill the cat. Your curiosity with your own body will help you to investigate new places to move into. And this is coupled, of course, with firm understandings and boundaries of when it's going a little too far or when you shouldn't go to those places. But when you feel these pain responses, like it's just really important to keep moving. Don't close down. Don't lock up. Keep flowing. Thanks for joining. From my heart to yours. Thanks, Amanda. It is quiverly delicious. Big love.